Good morning, everybody. Day 13 of this excursion. 260 miles yesterday, and about a quart and a half of oil. Gonna go get gas now, assuming we can get started and get on the road. It's supposed to be 106 here in Ontario today. So let's see what's gonna happen here. Okay! Yay, 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 yay! Oh boy. Nice, nice, nice. Now we gotta go get gas. So that's gonna be the next little fun event. All right, we're ready to go. Let's let it warm up a little bit, and then we're gonna get to show on the road. Burns, Oregon, here we come. I'm in Oregon and I'm on the road. I have 130 miles to go before I get to Burns. And it's a nice day out, hot. It's gonna be 100 degrees in Burns this afternoon. If you remember yesterday, I ended the day with talking about a noise in my car that sounded like something was flapping or rattling or whatever, and I was too tired to look. Well, this morning, after getting gas, which by the way was 13 gallons for 260 miles yesterday. You do the math. That's 20 miles to the gallon. Amazing. And of course, a quart of oil. Not so amazing. But as I got on the road and got the car up to 40 miles an hour, that noise came back. It's like a flap, 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 flap. And it got louder and louder, and as I would go faster, it would go faster, and as I slowed down, it would slow down, and if I put the clutch in, it didn't go away. It still kept flapping at a high rate of speed. So it's like, God, I don't think I should be traveling across the wide open spaces for 100 miles, 130 miles with that happening. So I decided I would go back to Ontario, which I was 5 miles outside of, and find a repair shop. This is, I think I've got a short splice of video that has the noise, so I'm going to drop that in here, and then I'll get back and finish the story. At 40 miles an hour, you can hear it. It's a very annoying noise to be traveling with over the course of a day. So, and I thought it was something really bad. It could be I don't know what it is. I have no idea. I found a repair shop called Dooley's, and the guys there were really nice. They liked the car, and one guy said, come on, we'll go for a ride and I can hear it. So I took him for a ride, and He started putting his hands on the gear shift. He put it on the emergency brake. As that noise came, he said, nope, not there, not there. He said, it feels like it's coming from under your seat somehow or another. And so we turned around and went back to the station, to their shop. And he emptied a hoist. He had a car on a hoist. He took that off and said, let's pull your car up on there. These guys were really busy when I pulled in. I mean, there's 4 guys and they were all busy on cars. And so this one fellow took the time and put it on the lift, lifted it up, and he said, you know, I've heard that sound before, and I think it's your speedometer cable. I think it's got a fracture in it somehow or another, and every time it turns around, it makes that noise. That makes a lot of sense, and I've heard that before, and that's where I think it is. So he was looking at that, and another guy came over and started looking around, and he said, hey, come back here and take a look. And they went back along the drive line, and there is a leather boot, piece of leather that wrapped around the connection of the drive line and the yoke, whatever that is. And it's meant to keep water and dirt and everything out from inside there where there are bearings that are greased up. But it's the original piece of leather, which is what they use to close up that gap. And it had ripped. And it was, the rip created a flap. And the flap was flapping up against the frame. And that's what I was hearing. And that to me was a big relief, because it's like, you know, nothing in the transmission, nothing in the clutch, none of that kind of stuff. So that was pretty cool. They worked on it and got it all apart and said, you know what, you can drive it. We're going to pack it full of grease as long as you don't go off-road with it. Stay out in mud puddles and dirt roads and such. And it's like, yep, I will. Should be fine. And so I went in to pay them, and they said, oh, no charge. Enjoy your trip. They spent 45 minutes on my car, and so I gave the young kid that was working on it, I gave him $20 and said, here, go have a beer at least on it or whatever, and they were just great. So I'm back on the road, relieved. I had to turn the car off to get it on the hoist, and it was a little temperamental, but all in all, it ended up starting, and I'm back on the road, and I'm now 110 miles away from Burns, and so, whew. We're almost there, almost. Everything's running fine, and I'm a happy guy. I'm still happy. So this is a view of Oregon. As we're kind of about 80 miles east of Burns. There's nothing out here except heat and sagebrush. But it's pretty. It's not Nebraska, and it's not Iowa, and it's not Wyoming, and it's not Idaho. This is my home state. Me and Blue are in Oregon, and we are very, very happy to be here. Hurrying along at 50 miles an hour. Just got passed by a state patrol who followed me for a little while, and I thought, sure enough, he's gonna pull me over, but nope, he went whistling on by after a little while, and like, okay, very cool. Can't help but get nervous when you got the cops behind you. Anyway, that's a little view from the road here. Everything's still purring right along. It's just amazing. Just amazing. I've kind of worn that term out, I'm sure. Like I've worn this view out, but hey, come on. If you're driving, this is what you got. Pretty spectacular.